we talk about Kansas City right now. They're 2-4. They're not playing good football. The Chargers, over the last couple of weeks.
This week.
Yes. Over the last couple of weeks, they're on and off, but I think Justin Herbert is the real deal. I think that this team is built very, very well offensively. But the team that really stands out in the AFC right now and the NFC, and I understand you didn't answer your question. You sat there, and that's why.
No, I'm actually trying to give you breaking news right now.
Well, what's the breaking
Go
news?
ahead.
Because you're going to mention the Cardinals, right? J.J. Watt's out for the year.
I'm not surprised.
Out for the year, really?
He's going to have shoulder surgery. He tore it in the second quarter of Sunday's game.
Yikes.
He played through it, and he's going to get what is most likely season-ending surgery.
I'm not surprised.
That's a huge blow. Hey!
I don't know if it's a huge blow.
No, yeah, it is because Chandler Jones hasn't played.
That's fine, but I think they're very well versed right now, and honestly, the last couple of weeks, J.J. Watt hasn't been a big part of that pass rush, and Chandler Jones, except the first 2 games of the season, he hasn't been much of anything either. It's
I don't know how long he's been on the COVID list. It's been a couple.
I mean, their linebackers are beastly, and by the way, their secondary can get at you too. So I don't think, and they're really built offensively more than they are defensively. So I think they're meant to score and stay in the game. But nevertheless, they got this Thursday night football game is going to be fun. This is the best Thursday night football game we're going to see all season long. Green Bay versus Arizona, even though Devontae Adams is not going to play, and obviously now J.J. Watt is out. But my question to you is, when you talk about some of these teams like Buffalo, the Chargers, the Baltimore Ravens, the Bengals in the AFC, and then in the NFC, you have the Arizona Cardinals still undefeated, the Dallas Cowboys, all these other teams that have been dominant in their divisions. Is there a particular team in either the NFC or the AFC that really stands out to you that could be a huge Super Bowl contender moving forward in the second half of the season?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, you've kind of listed all of them, really. The Bengals are weird. I did not expect them to be.
Joe Burrows, he's special.
I think so. Like before he got hurt last year, I was calling him a top 10 quarterback in the league. Unshamefully, I was calling him a top 10 quarterback in the league, and he's kind of hitting that now. I kind of expect them to kind of have the wheels fall off a little bit because I still think that they're a young team still trying to figure it out. But this start is certainly, a big boost to, okay, like they might have to be like the Dolphins of last year. We're like a couple of pieces away from like making this thing big. Obviously the Dolphins fumbled it, earlier this year, but I feel like they're kind of having that one of those moments like, okay, the talent's here, maybe one more season away and we're right in it. I feel like the Vikings are a little underrated. Not to say that I think they're Super Bowl contenders or anything, but they're quietly one of the better teams in the league, I think. Kirk Cousins had a huge game against
Seattle. Caleb. Say his name. Kirk Cousins. That's right.
That somebody else likes Kirk Cousins in this building.
I do.
He's one of the most overhated quarterbabs in the league.
I don't understand why.
He's consistently a top 8 to top 13
Absolutely.
quarterback in this league.
Why?
Absolutely. Why? Why, Tyler?
He can't win big games.
He can't win because he can't
That's
win. That's
actually another thing. He's not Tom Brady.
Okay, what big game did he play in? He played for the Washington football team.
Okay,
that
made
stunk.
The playoffs.
That stunk.
Right, but you had to go to the playoffs.
But they stunk. Okay.
But Kirk Cousins.
Here's a drive for you, Tyler. Overtime, wild card versus Saints, 2019.
Oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm. I remember that too.
That's all I have to tell you. Kirk Cousins.
You got one drive. You got one drive. Case Keenum also did the same thing. So guess what? Case Keenum's a top end quarterback in the league
one
too.
Miracle play. This dude.
So did he
down the field. There was no miracle.
There was
play
one
on
big.
That was an overtime drive.
I'm a Saints fan. I remember the drive.
You're a Saints fan? Oh, I am so sorry.
What are you talking about? Sorry for.
You have one of the most overrated quarterbacks in NFL history to call your.
Drew Brees is overrated.
Massively overrated.
Errol, let me have him.
I wouldn't say he's overrated.
How's he overrated? Define overrated.
I wouldn't say he's overrated.
He's the best pure thrower of football ever.
Throwing 400 times a game. I don't care about his stats. They mean nothing to me.
Well, some people would say
7 and 9 garbage time stat pattern.
He went 7 and 9 with the league's most historic defenses you've ever seen. He wasn't a stat pattern. Yet the Saint defenses were historically bad. Like the most yards ever given up, most points. Yeah, Drew Brees was quarterback in that team. 7-9 because of only Drew Brees.
And the last 5 years, how bad was their defense?
They changed it. They drafted and they hit.
And
they had one draft that overchanged everything. That Kamara draft was
he's not even
franchise changing.
Well,
that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine on my list.
That's not overrated.
I could
top 8 top 10 all time on that list.
He's definitely top 10. He's definitely
top 10. I put him like back end top 10. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely.
So how's that overrated?
I guess
your quarterbacks there, Ben?
I guess your circle is different.
No, but he thinking because a lot of people
have him top 4.
He is the best pure thrower of football I've ever seen. Yes.
He's the best pure thrower.
If you lined up every quarterback and said, "Here's one team with the 5 of us," I think Drew Brees is going to get us down the field the fastest.
Really?
Yes.
What about Peyton Manning in the prime? What about Tom Brady in his
prime?
Drew
Brees has the best completion percentage of all time, so I don't really care what is that?
Because he's checking down.
No, that was late in his career.
How often
in his prime, he threw the ball down the field a ton. Deep? A lot. You might be too young. You were probably sipping Similac. But
and what about you, buddy?
What do you mean?
You're 29 years old. You can't even. You talk about Michael Jordan. You never saw Michael Jordan in his prime.
But I acknowledge he's the GOAT. It's common sense.
I'm taking Peyton. I'm taking Rodgers. I'm taking Brady.
Rodgers definitely.
Aaron Rodgers overrated.
Rodgers is
you want to talk about overrated? He's overrated.
3 all time.
Rodgers and
absolutely.
Who? I love this guy. Who? I love this guy.
Rodgers isn't even the best quarterback in his franchise's history.
He's not. He hasn't even thrown 100 interceptions, dude. He's got over 430 touchdowns and only 91 interceptions. How could you not think he is?
So why can't he beat a winning team in the fourth quarter?
Winning team? Look at the team.
He's winless.
Look at the players he's throwing to. Oh, my God.
You can't say that.
Don't listen to him.
Devontae Adams is the best receiver in football.
Why is he the best
football? He wasn't even supposed to be Devontae Adams. They got lucky.
Why? He was
not. He's a second-round pick.
He was not. DK wasn't supposed to be DK. Antonio Brown wasn't supposed to be Antonio Brown.
DK was a first-round draft pick down.
No, he wasn't. No, second round.
No, he's the first.
He was actually the third round.
He was a first.
No,
he was a second round.
He was a second round pick, but a lot of people thought he'd be a top 10 pick.
He was a first round talent. Okay,
because people thought he was too dumb to run routes.
He ran the combine. I think he was
the Patriots believed.
Well, wouldn't you love to have him right now?
Over N'Keal Harry, yes sir.
Not only N'Keal Harry, over freaking like everyone you currently have at wide receiver.
Jacoby Myers.
I love Jacoby Myers.
I love Jacoby Myers too. He's a fantasy stud.
Oh, love Jacoby. He needs to get his first career.
Yeah, he needs a touchdown.
No, he has a touchdown, just not a receiving touchdown.
The touchdown that matters.
And he had a touchdown that was taken back on penalty.
Give me a break with Jacoby.
Exactly, because he caught a receiving.
I would rather go to the law office than at the.
I mean,
he'd be a one receiver on the Jets.
Quarterbacks all time.
No, he wouldn't.
Brady.
No, he wouldn't.
Peyton,
he would be one.
No, he wouldn't.
Rodgers. That's my top 3.
Jacoby Myers would.
Brady, who and who?
Brady, Peyton, Rodgers, top 3.
Brady, Peyton, Rodgers.
I'd put Favre in there.
Well, Johnny Unitas was there. You forget about him.
I can't put any love for quarterbacks who could have fought.
Joe Montana is my great.
John Elway.
I would say Joe Montana. I've said this already. Joe Montana, Tom Brady, and I would put
Marino.
I would put Marino, and then Aaron Rodgers right there. I mean, Aaron Rodgers.
Marino's in my top 10.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is special, man.
Aaron Rodgers is my third just because
special.
I feel like Rodgers is probably the most talented football player.
Dude, look who he throws to. Devontae Adams is top 10 wide receiver. Then go look at
Jordy Nelson.
Go look at Jordy Nelson when he left the Green Bay Packers.
Why did the Packers let him go?
What do you mean?
The
why
Packers did not
ACL.
Right.
He played.
They knew his prime was over.
First of all, when he tore his ACL, he came back. Speedy. He played
1
with
year. 1 year.
Okay, so shut up, Speedy.
Right, but he sucked.
And he still no, he didn't. He had 900.
2016 he was good. 2017
he had 980 yards or 1,000 yards his last year with the Green Bay Packers, and then he left.
And then he got hurt, and the Packers said bye-bye.
No.
He didn't. He blew his ACL.
He blew his ACL.
He did.
He tore his ACL in 2015.
And then he
had
came
a great
back.
season in 2016. Then he got injury issues in 2017. Then he left.
Yes. He didn't blow anything in 2017. He was injury prone.
They knew his prime was over.
Listen, Jordy Nelson was Jordy
Nelson.
Nelson
Matter of fact,
because
didn't
of Aaron
they trade
Rodgers.
for Randall Cobb this year because Aaron Rodgers was crying?
They brought him in because they wanted to make him happy.
Oh.
Okay?
And he's still pissed. He's still going to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
And he is.
He is.
And honestly, if you look at the
Which
players,
good for him because the
Aaron
Packers
Jones isn't there. Yeah,
the Packers are so traditional.
Aaron Jones is a running back.
So what?
And by the way,
he's
the second
best player on that team.
The second best wide receiver on the team is ranked 150th out of all the wide receivers in the league. That just tells you how
What's
good.
number one rated?
What do you mean?
What's number one rated?
What do you mean number one?
Well, you
rated?
said the second best receiver. What's the best receiver?
What are you talking about?
You're mentioning second. Who was first?
The second best receiver
Right.
on the team.
So who's
is
the
ranked
best receiver on the team? Where's
Devontae
he ranked?
Adams.
What's he ranked?
Right now?
Yeah, right
maybe-
now.
maybe
Probably
10.
one.
Maybe
one.
6,
One.
7. No,
One.
he's not. He's not top 2. He's
Oh,
not
you mean
top 2.
talent-wise or stats?
Stats.
Oh, no, he's 6 or 7.
6 or
something like
7.
that. Yeah.
What do you? And he's not. And
Cooper Kupp's number 1 by a landslide, and then you got
right. I forgot Matt Stafford's been balling out in
feeding
LA.
him. Holy cow, that team's going to be a menace come playoffs.
I don't think they will because I don't really like their
the
secondary.
division's loaded. But
I don't like
Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah, the other side of the second. You talk about one side. It's not going to change both sides, you moron.
I need
they
you
have
to
no
understand-
safeties, and they have no other side of the secondary.
I like
You
their
dumbass. You're
I
so
love their
stupid.
safety, actually.
Oh yeah, who?
I'm
Who's
trying
the
to think of his
safety?
name. Hold on.
Oh, you forgot his name.
No,
but you
because
love
I
him.
remember when
he
they
loves
drafted
him,
him.
but he forgot him.
Taylor Rapp.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can
He's
shove.
nice.
Yeah,
He is very
Is he a safety?
Yeah.
Does he play corner now?
Yeah, he does play corner right now.
He can do anything. He's a
Yeah,
hybrid.
and by the way, their secondary right now is ranked. What is it, 19th or 20th right now with the great Jalen Ramsey, who's overpaid. So we'll see what happens in the playoffs. We'll see what happens in the playoffs when they play a good offensive team that's going to be able to throw
corner
them.
in football. Why'd you quote it?
I don't
They
think
played
he's
a
the
good
best corner
offensive
in
team, and
football.
they
I
gave
don't.
Tampa a run for their money.
The best
winning
corner.
that game.
The best corner in football right now is Diggs. So.
Well, I don't know about that. Diggs, he gets a lot of picks, but he
That's
also
fine.
gives up 100 yards a game.
That's fine. I still think Diggs is the best corner right now in football. In the
He's
first
definitely
game,
got like a case for Defensive Player of the Year.
No,
but
I didn't.
because-
I don't think a corner's
actually, he's not
gonna.
a rookie.
I don't think a corner's gonna win Defensive Player of the Year. It never. It usually never
Gilmore
does. What happened?
Gilmore did.
He's the only one recently.
No, I don't know
I
who
think
else
he's
will
got
give
a
it to.
case because Gilmore
Woodson
did it
was
as
the
a
last
freshman.
one after that. I mean,
Deion
Oh,
Sanders.
maybe like
If he ever
Woodson
did.
back in the day or something.
Right.
I mean, the rarity for a corner to win, and the only reason why a corner wins is because the pass rushers don't have the seasons that they expected them to have. When
Myles Garrett's got it, though.
what happened?
Myles Garrett's got Defensive Player of the Year.
Maybe,
I haven't been
9.5
keeping
sacks.
up with the Browns, but
maybe. I mean, why would you give him? Their team stinks right now. They're not playing well.
9.5 sacks. They're
That's
gonna
fine.
make the playoffs. I don't know why you keep saying
I
that.
do
don't
you think the
they
Browns
will.
are going to make the playoffs?
I don't think
They'll
they
be
will.
a 7 seed.
He's an idiot. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to
Make the
him.
playoffs.
Don't listen
Nick
to him.
Chubb's gonna
not in
come
that
back.
division. Not in that division.
Not with Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Oh.
I'm loving him even more. I'm loving him even more.
No, I'm curious. What's wrong with Baker Mayfield, little man? What's wrong with Baker Mayfield?
Call him a little bit now.
I'm 6'2", Tyler.
Oh, we're the same height. We're the same height. I don't care if you're 7'2". What's the problem with Baker Mayfield?
He kind of sucks.
He kind of sucks.
You know, Caleb.
He kinda sucks.
You know, you've
kinda
become
sucks.
one of my favorites.
Cam
because
Newton was the worst quarterback in football
we
last year.
agree.
Yeah, I
Loves
know.
him.
Cam Newton
Loves
kinda
him.
sucks.
Baker Mayfield, who's outplayed every Patriot quarterback since he's been writing for this thing, and nothing matters.
Cool. Like, yeah,
Nothing
cool.
matters.
Baker's better than Mac Jones right now, and he's better than Cam Newton. Cool. I just think he sucks. He's a whole lot closer to Taylor Heinicke than Patrick Mahomes, I'll tell you that.
Taylor Heinicke, I think Taylor Heinicke's underrated, honestly. So I'm
Of
not
course you
taking
do.
that as an
Of
insult.
course you do.
Well, I will say this.
Have you watched a football game?
Yeah,
I watched
obviously
him.
does.
Kinda
I mean, he has
dive,
6,000
ahead of the
people
end zone
following
last
him.
week.
Yes.
I'm sorry, one more time. I'm listening to the Big Easy over there.
I heard him. I saw him dive for the end zone a little early last week. If that's what you're talking about.
Oh no, he's actually not that bad. He's
I don't
like
think
a
he's
younger
trash,
version
but
of Kirk
I mean, he's
Cousins.
obviously going to be the Fitzpatrick of this era, where he's going to play for a couple different teams. He'll be all
You said
right.
Baker. Wait, you're talking about Baker again, or you're talking about
no,
Heinicke
I'm
now?
talking
Taylor
about
Heinicke.
Heinicke.
No.
Like Heinicke's cool. He's all right. He's a fun watch. He plays well in the big games, but
No.
I feel he's going to be a little bit more of a Fitzmagic type or a Case Keenum.
I agree
Kirk
with you.
Cousins.
I agree with you totally. No, he's not. Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh my God.
Top
dude.
8 quarterback Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he's so dude. Don't
What do you
listen
mean?
to him.
By the way,
Hold on, wait a
listen to
minute.
him.
Hold
Don't
on.
listen to
Hold
him.
on. You realize when Kirk Cousins got drafted by the said Redskins?
4th round. Yes.
Right. No,
Same
he
year.
was a third-string quarterback.
Yeah. I
So
remember
Taylor
he was a
Heinicke's
4th
on
round
the
draft
bench. Redskins, he comes in, plays well, he'll get a job somewhere else, and he'll be overpaid, and then he'll go there. It might lead him to the playoffs, but never win the big game.
pick. Oh my God. You
Taylor
with this big
Heinicke's Kirk
game.
Cousins.